John Richards is the longtime president of the County Fair Association in St. Mary's Fair County. John, what year did you start with the fair?
Let's see, I was been president since 1984. That was but I've been at the fair probably since the mid-70s.
And
various things.
When you started, can you compare the attendance at the fair each year to pretty much what happened last year?
Well, last year we had a rained out Sunday, so it wasn't the biggest, but we've always had a good attendance. It's not something to dwell on. As long as you look out and the parking lot is full and people are walking around happy, that's all we're interested in.
So when you run a county fair, attendance is not the way you measure success. You measure it by number of entries perhaps in 4-H and participation and number of volunteers, people coming out?
Well, it's all those things. It's the smile on people's faces when they're walking around. It's just a very intense 4 days trying to get every event in, and they're all important, not just the livestock and 4-H, but one of the biggest buildings that gets a lot of attention is the poultry building right behind us. People want to come in and see the rabbits and the chickens, and that's a big attraction. And then on down the road, the flower building is beautiful. Home Arts with all their quilts and cakes, arts and crafts building, past that. Then horseshoes, I don't know, you can go on and on. There's so many.
Is it everything from cookies and pies and paintings and pumpkins?
All those things. We got vegetables, we got arts and crafts, paintings, chickens. Now, if you're doing chickens and pigs and whatever, you have to have your health inspections prior to coming. But the other things, if you bring extra cookies and cupcakes and you don't know what to do with them, you just come look for me. I'll find something for them.
Great. John, can you tell us a little bit about the earliest days of the fair?
You mean before I was born?
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't really know a whole lot, but there are some pictures available, newspaper articles, but they weren't. The fair wasn't here at the fairgrounds at that time. There were a couple of times. The fair was at Leonard Hall. There was some fairs. So 1947 is when we petitioned county commissioners to get a lease on this ground and started building the fairgrounds. So we've been going almost 75 years. Now, starting from 1949 to 1963, there was also the African American Fair, which was called Farmers and Homemakers Fair. And from 1952 through 63, it was also held here at the fairgrounds, just on a different weekend. So that's part of the history of what's been going on at the fair.
Now, there's a program in the Chesapeake Today for each of the 4 days of the fair. Each day has various highlights. The first day, what's the highlight of the first day of the fair?
Well, Thursday, of course, the crowning of the Queen of Tolerance, which sort of kicks us off. Then there's light miniature horses doing a pull. There's a 4-H horse demonstration going on then also. And we start with the pig races, and we have a country canine show, which is going to be pretty good. Now, besides the pig races, we also have wiener dog races this year, so it'll be a little different than what we've had in the past.
And Friday is Kids Day. The kids come in and go on rides for one price?
Kids Day from opening till 5 o'clock. Every ride is one ticket, which is essentially $1. So you can get a lot of rides in for a small amount of money.
And what about on Friday evening?
Friday evening, that's when we start with the heavyweight horse pull. The horse pulls are really one of our signature events, so everybody's pretty looking forward to. And I think we're going to have quite a few teams this year, from what I've heard. So it's going to be a good event.
And you have the Clydesdales on display the whole time?
Wayne Mast and his Clydesdales are here for the entire fair, and they put on they say hi to you, and don't put your fingers in there. They might say more than hi, but they will be putting on a demonstration before each of the evenings of horse pull. So you'll see them 6-horse hitch in action, doing figure eights and all kinds of stuff. It's in full regalia, just like the Budweiser horses. But
And you have another horse activity of jousting.
yeah, jousting is Saturday right after the parade.
And that's a Maryland state sport, right?
It is a Maryland state sport still. People are trying to change that, but it's not. It's still the Maryland state sport, and we've had that.
And then Maryland was the first state to have a state sport when they established jousting.
There you go. There's Mr. History giving us the clue. That's probably true. I'm not totally up on history.
No, you can Google it.
Yeah, we could Google it and find out. But we've had a joust long before I was here working. So, matter of fact, before I was even in St. I've only been in St. Mary's County 50-some years. So. I'm sure we had jousting before then. So.
Now, on Saturday morning, the big deal is a parade.
Yeah.
Can you tell people what to expect to see in a parade?
You'll see the horses, and you'll see fire trucks, and you'll see marching bands from the schools, and you'll see floats, and you might even see a garbage truck or two all cleaned up, ready to go. It's hard to say, but it all assembles over at the tech center and comes on across the street. Years ago, it used to go through Leonardtown first and then come down and go through the fairgrounds, but it can't quite pull that off anymore. It's a little too complicated, so we're happy just to march through the fairgrounds.
Great. And then how about Saturday evening? When is the livestock show for 4-H?
Saturday evening is a combination of their livestock projects, and we have the auction of the 4-H animals.
So you can bid on them and take one home with you?
You can have it shipped to the butcher shop if you would like. If you want to take it home, you can do that too, but not too many people do that.
It's better to get it delivered to the freezer.
Yeah, it's a little easier to handle that way.
Yeah.
The prices for livestock here, I mean, you may hear it's a state fair. They're getting $5, $6, $10 a pound or something. No, we don't go there. It's more reasonably priced here. So if you have some neighbors and you want to split up a cow or something, you can do it at a reasonable price.
Great idea.
Yeah.
And they recommend where to the butcher shop to go to, and they can take
we
care of that?
take care of taking it to the butcher shop. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so you don't have to try to fit it in your minivan?
You don't have to put it in your minivan. You don't have to. All you got to do is go pick it up when it's ready to go. It's all packaged, ready for your freezer.
Great.
Yeah, frozen and all.
And what else is going on Saturday evening?
Dang if I know. Let's see.
We can go to the program in the Chesapeake Today and see every bit of it. How about Sunday morning? Do you have the gospel
We
choirs?
still have the gospel singers all afternoon down at the tent, and still all the regular pig races, wiener dog races, the canine
And the
country
rides are
show.
open the whole time?
Rides
The
are
exhibit buildings are open every day?
All the exhibit buildings are open.
Okay.
So you can see everything you didn't get to see.
And you don't need
the
to
other
pack a
days.
lunch, because every kind of food you can get is right here. Is that correct?
You can get quite a few different kinds of food. And yeah, it's all pretty tasty from what I've been able to sample.
Barbecue, stuffed ham,
Stuffed ham, yeah. People come
hot
to
dogs, hamburgers, and pizza.
people come to get that stuffed ham because those that are out of the area are not familiar with it.
And what about some of the dancers and the dancing groups that put on exhibits and the robots demonstrations?
We've got that'll be Friday morning. The robotics clubs are putting on demonstrations. You can go in there and have a chance to operate a robot. The little robots. We have several of the local children dancing groups that be putting on. Gracie's guys and gals have been performing probably for 35 years or more. So
You have square dancers and line dancers?
you know, we got some line dancers, Chesapeake country cruisers, but no square dancers. It's not at this high point of interest at the moment. So there's really not a square dance.
Country music?
We're not big into music because on Friday night, Saturday night, Wednesday night we have the horse pulls, which attract most of the evening between that and the carnival. So we don't really do a lot with the bands. We have the Southern Maryland Concert Band on Saturday afternoon, and
Oh, wow. What building is that in?
that's down in the pavilion.
Okay.
So yeah, my brain is a little fried because I've been working on the program. So if you go to Chesapeake,
The ChesapeakeToday.com. Right.
you'll be getting a new updated version of the program today. So
Okay.
tonight. So
All right.
anyway,
Well, we'll look for the update.
okay.
Okay. Thanks, John.
All right. Thanks, Ken.